why was Prabhupada preaching always against Mayavad philosophy, especially in the Western world? And Kirtananda thought that maybe it was because Prabhupada was from India. And he pointed out, he said, Srila Prabhupada, in India, there are so many Mayavadis, but here in the West, there are more atheists. So why not preach against atheism? Why always preaching against Mayavad? And Prabhupada's response was, you're asking that question because you're a Mayavadi. Personally, I think that we should not think that that meant just Kirtananda alone. But rather that it meant all of us. When Srila Prabhupada is preaching against impersonalism and Mayavad, then he is particularly preaching to us, because traces of this Mayavad are within us. In the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purports that we are being engaged in deity worship because for many, many lifetimes we have become contaminated by impersonalism, and therefore we're being engaged in deity worship to learn again how to serve in a personal way, because we have so much lost this personal touch. This is very interesting. Ravinda Sarup Prabhu did a fantastic seminar on impersonalism. I don't know if you ever listened to it. It's available on tape. I'm sure it's floating around here somewhere in London. And it's absolutely awesome. Because what he did is, not only did he deal with Mayavad from the perspective of the Vedic tradition, and how it begins with Astavraka, and who gave an impersonal concept of the absolute truth, but separate from the Vedic literatures. He was a philosopher in his own right, and his opinion was an impersonal one. But next to him stood Vyasadeva with Vedanta, who preached a different philosophy, and the philosophy of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, Sankaracharya took that impersonalist philosophy and gave it as a purport to the Vedanta, to the writings of Vyasadeva. So that was outrageous. That was absolutely outrageous, to take Vyasadeva's teachings and then twist them and bend them until they come out like an impersonalist presentation. Therefore, the Vaishnavacharyas have systematically opposed Vyasadeva, and especially Ramanujacharya, and then even more so Madhvaracharya has done his level best to ground him to every argument that Sankaracharya could possibly have ever presented to powder. That was Madhvacharya's mission in life. If there was anything Sankaracharya had said, then Madhva had to smash it. And Mayavad smashing has ever since remained a favorite sport within the Vaishnava community and also within our movement. It's always popular. And why not? After all, Narottam Das Thakur said, Bhakta Dvesha Krodha Jana, that we can be, that anger is all right. Actually, once Srila Prabhupada in Madras did a Pandal program, and at the end there was a boy from Sweden who came and who said that, oh, how wonderful this Hare Krishna movement. Now there will be no more anger. No more anger. And Prabhupada said, what's wrong with anger? What's wrong with anger? Anger is fine if used in the service of Krishna. And then Narottam Das Thakur said, Bhakta Dvesha, it has to be directed towards those people who are envious of the devotees. And in other words, Mayavadis. So therefore, it's Mayavad bashing is completely authorized. Srila Prabhupada